The Sturgeon River watershed covers over 3,300 square kilometers. However, only 20% of that is in its natural state. So it's good to know that several municipalities are taking steps toward long-term improvement.
Our river 100 years ago had a lot of vegetation around it. It also still had fluctuation in flows, but they were a little bit more constant through the year because they had a good groundwater base. So you're looking at the base flows have definitely changed.
Agriculture and urban runoff create the greatest problems. The Sturgeon is entirely rain and snowmelt water, always influenced by the weather. It begins at Hoople Lake, passes through Lac St. Anne, through several towns, St. Albert, then flows into the North Saskatchewan River near Fort Saskatchewan.
Nitrogen and phosphorus, if you look at any watershed within Alberta, is usually a key issue. And it's based on development, but as well on just the natural conditions that we have here in our superficial soils. We already have very high nitrogen phosphorus in our soils, in our water bodies. So when we add anything to that, it really makes a significant difference. So whether it's through agriculture or through the use of fertilizers on our lawns, it definitely, you notice it right away.
Testing identified pesticide and E. coli levels were safe, but there are a variety of issues to attend to, including shoreline and wetland protection.
Well, they should have done it a long time ago. I remember in high school, we weren't allowed to walk around there because we were in biology and we weren't allowed to get samples from the river. So it was, yeah, it should have happened a long time ago. I don't know what took so long.
I'd like to see a lot of the garbage being cleaned up. I don't really appreciate all the kids and just polluting a river. It doesn't do any good to the city.
See a lot of that?
Yeah, a lot actually.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's a big part of the community, and I'd like to see it cleaner. I feel, it saddens me to look at it and see it's just a dirty, pollution everywhere, shopping carts in it.
So there's lots to do.
There's a lot of things that have to be done to turn it around. And it's not going to be one magic answer. I always say that it took us 100 years to get the river this way. It's probably going to take us just as long to get it back to a healthy state, or a more healthy state than it's at now. When we did the watershed report, the grade it got was fair. Biggest things that we can do for the river's health is to try to maintain natural areas, wetlands, riparian areas, which is the vegetation along the river, and any other natural areas that are still existing. So that's key.
It was the first Sturgeon River watershed study ever conducted, a move toward greater conservation planning and water management by all watershed municipalities.
There's a lot of stuff we don't know. Nobody's really studied it in detail, and that's one of the things the report's going to do is help us fill in those data gaps. We need to learn. I mean, maybe we're better off than we thought.
Tim Dancy, Shaw TV, Capital Region.